Right, gents, we're back from our very brief break, and just a reminder for those who have joined us later. After our start, we kicked off obviously with Jacques announcing the team, and Dwayne Vermeulen. Their comments are obviously you can use them with immediate effect. And now we have Faf and Lucanio. Faf's quotes are embargoed for Wednesday and Lucanio for Thursday. Right, Nathan Kogela, you've been waiting patiently. Let's go over to you for your first question. Thank you.
Thank you, Ray. Good afternoon, gentlemen. Good evening, gentlemen, and good morning to the rest in South Africa. I've got two questions in English and one in Xhosa for Lucanio at the end. Faf, I'll start with you. This week, different team who are lethal on attack. As assistant campaigner for the Bogs, how do you go about in advising the team on ways to shut down their strengths and exploit the weaknesses? Can you just mention the All Black strengths and weaknesses you've identified while you're at it, please?
Yeah, hi there. I think what we've probably seen from New Zealand is they very dangerous when you make mistakes on turnover attack. So their counter attack is one of their big scoring methods. So we know if we go on attack to not make errors at all, if we give them easy knock-ons, we need to kill that ball, because that's when they get alive. And then also when we go into our kicking game, when they get their offloads going, they become very dangerous. So we need to shut them down in that way. Is that what you asked, or was there something else?
Thank you. Right, Craig Lewis.
Thanks, Ray. How's it, guys? Faf, just a quick one for you. Obviously, Elton, Jantjies, and Frans Steyn haven't been heavily involved in the on-field action, but what has been their role in terms of the off-field stuff and preparation, just their experience and mentorship? If you could just provide a bit of background and a bit of a picture of what they've been doing and perhaps what they can now offer off the bench.
Yeah, hi there. I think the main thing that they've brought in especially in training, is they sort of run the show on attack and on defense, giving us pictures similar to what we'll face on the weekend. In the previous weeks, they've done that brilliantly well. So just giving us those pictures so we know what to expect over the weekend. And like you mentioned, the experience that they bring is going to be immense for us. A few more calm heads is never a bad thing. And yeah, I think just this weekend is just gives the backs a few more opportunities to have a go and really to go out there and give their all. If the tank's empty, we've got a few more changes that we can make. And Francie can fit in almost anywhere, and we know Ala has played centre as well, and Flav. So I think we're well covered. So yeah, I think it just gives the backs more of opportunity just to go out there and really try and empty the tank this weekend.
And for Faf, the last couple of weeks there have been some uncharacteristic, like fairly basic mistakes made by the Springboks that kind of almost looked like lapses in concentration, lack of focus. Do you feel that has been the case? And if so, have you guys felt a little, I don't know how to put it, like sort of unfocused on the field, if you like? Obviously bubble life, and you guys have been through a lot in the last couple of months.
Thank you. Right, Motsadise from SuperSport.
Sorry, go around. Faf's on.
Okay, sorry. Yes, sorry for that. Faf, you can continue. If you can remember the question. Apologies.
Yeah, I think I do. So I think the focus is because of the maybe being in quarantine and being in lockdown for I don't know how many weeks it was. I think we can't really do anything about that. That's something we can't complain about. That's a lot of teams go through the same thing, so it can't be down to that. Losing focus, I also don't think that's the thing. I think maybe we strayed a bit away from how we normally play. Our DNA and that maybe put guys under pressure, but forcing errors, forcing us to overplay a bit. So that's up to us as game drivers to make sure we play in the right areas of the field, not have a go when it's not really on. So I think we put that pressure on ourselves, and that created the errors. I don't think it was down to focus or anything like that. But yeah, we know as a group we need to be better. We need to step up our game a lot going into this test, and yeah, we really want to rectify those areas that you mentioned and make it a performance that the people can be proud about.
Right, thank you. So I think we're going to go two more rounds of English questions, and then we'll go in Xhosa and Afrikaans respectively before we conclude. Mods, if you can start with your question.
Good evening, gents. So sorry about the background noise. I am on the road. This weekend is a big one for the Springboks to bounce back, but there's also the huge occasion of the 100th test between South Africa and New Zealand. To you, Faf, and to you too, Lukhanyo, what does this mean for the both of you playing in such a historic match and in the context of your careers as well?
Yeah, I think for us as a team, our main focus will just be to get back on track in this competition and hopefully force ourselves to play well and to be in contention to still win it. Obviously, the issue book's going to write it, and it's going to be important for some people, but I think for us as a group, we just want to make sure that we go out there and put up a performance that people can be proud of and that ourselves can be proud of, and hopefully the result will take care of itself then.
Thank you, both of you. And we'll go to Ashfaq Mohammed. Look like he's not there. Right. Let's see who else is there. Hans Schenk.
Thanks again, Rayon. Faf, apologies. I'm not trying to pick on you, but I just wanted to ask, the frustration the past few weeks, in terms of discipline. I mean, you unfortunately were one of the guys that picked up a yellow card in the past 2 weeks, but you've definitely not been the only one. Just has that again been a learning curve for you, to keep the focus and keep the emotions in check? And what have you guys done to address the general discipline problems, on the field? Just wanted sort of like to peer into how do you deal with that after a rash of yellow cards in 2 weeks?
Yeah, I think firstly from my yellow card, I honestly don't think it was a yellow card. I think I clearly played the guy's arm and not the ball. So yeah, not really sure about that one. But I think our discipline was pretty decent that first half. And in the previous games, I think our discipline has been good. I think it's just a few errors from guys going off script. I know Vili's one was also he's trying to go for intercept, and so it's not really a lot of forced stuff. It's not guys being stupid or going off the rails, losing focus. I just think we just need to be a bit more sharp and make sure we're in the ref's head a bit more. And yeah, I think if we can just stay in control of how we want to play, we're going to obviously then hopefully have the scoreboard on our side, and we're not going to have to try some things and go out of character and out of the way we want to play.
Thank you, Faf. And now we go over to Percival Young. Percy. It seems like it dropped off the call. Right, we circle back to Nathan.
Thanks, Ray. I just got one additional English question for Faf, and then one in this Xhosa for Lukhanyo at the end. From my side, gentlemen, I just want to say good luck. Hopefully you can come back with a W and put a smile on people's faces at home, and the bride can be more pleasant. Faf, there are rumors Russie's in Townsville. Can you formally comment if this is true or not?
Not. It's not here. There might be a Rassie, but I don't think it's
Okay.
our Rassie.
Okay. Lukhanyo, coach nje gabhalala man kwabukeli nizosiphathela ntoni kule mpelaveki xa nizodibana nezimnyama?
Soloko xa sidlala nezimnyama I think umuntu uyazimisela ngoba siyazi inqanaba abakulo and nomdlalo abawuzisayo, so kwicala lethu so zama uzimisela, sizama ukulungisa ke lamathuba siwaphosileyo I think kwezi veki zidlulileyo. Siyazazi ke into abazanayo into ezimnyama bayitimu abathanda uyivula igame ngebhola esandleni, so I think kwicala lethu lokukhusela nathi kuzamele sihleli simvundlile, kodwa izawuba ngumdlalo obukekayo and nathi I think kule ndawo sikuyo sisazimisela ngoba asinayo enye choice, so kuzamele size nomdlalo oshushu kule weekend.
Inkosi nabone tanko.
Thanks, Luki. Right, Khanyiswa.
Thank you very much, Ryan. I've got one quick question for Faf in English and then two short ones for Lucanio in Isixhosa. Faf, I know that you guys never prepare for individuals at a test level, but how did it feel playing a New Zealand team without Aaron Smith, even though that TJ Perenara is a world-class scrum half?
My turn.
Yes, please.
Yeah, so I don't think it's going to feel that strange to not have Aaron Smith there. I think if a lot of people speak about Aaron Smith, but I don't know how many caps TJ Perenara has now. He's got a lot of caps behind his name. He's a special player, and I think they sort of play a similar style, but they also got their own bit of spice going. So yeah, I think it's going to be great to play against him. He's a great player, like I said, and I think he's a huge threat with his running game. So yeah, we're going to need to pick up and do some homework on him before we go in this game.
Thank you, thank you, Faf. Right, we have time for two more questions, and I see that both Percy and Ashfaq have indicated they are back. So, Percival Young, if you can fire your question in single file, one question at a time, please. Thank you.
Ryan, ek sê vir jou baie dankie. Good evening, gentlemen. Faf, my vraag gaan ongelukkig aan jou wees. Faf, my collega Heinz Schenk het vir jou 'n vraag gevra en ek wil 'n soortgelyke vraag in Afrikaans vra. Jy's natuurlik 'n national key point vir Suid-Afrika, die Springbokke, maar kan ek tog vir jou vra, het jy enigstens gepraat oor met jou spanmaat, het jou spanmaat saam met jou gepraat oor die geel kaart wat jy gekry het? Van dissipline was 'n baie sterk term wat die afgelope 2 weke gebruik was. Hoe voel jy persoonlik daaroor? Hoe voel jou spanmaat se oor? En die tweede deel van my vraag is dan, wat het julle wys geword uit daai eerste wedstryd in die wêreldbeker toernooi wat julle teen die All Blacks vasgeval het, meneer? En wat se lesse kan jy daaruit neem?
Vra jy net oor my geel kaart persoonlik?
Dis korrek, Faf.
Ja, ek dink dis obviously is dit teleurstellend om 'n geel kaart te kry in 'n toets. Jy sloop vir jou land en jy wil nie van die veld af gaan nie en jy wil nie jou eie spanmaats onder druk sit nie, maar ek is hoe ek die reëls verstaan is as jy die ou se arm speel en nie die bal speel nie, is dit nie 'n geel kaart nie. Ek het nie die bal uit sy hand uitgeslaan, ek het sy arm geslaan, so ek is nie seker. Ons het obviously verskillende prentjies gesien as wat die ref het gesien het, maar ja, ek dink daar's die spelers hou enigiets teen my nie en obviously dink ek sou seker dieselfde ding gedoen het as ek weer daar was. En ja, dissipline is 'n groot ding in enige toets en ek dink ons weet dit as 'n span en ons weet ons kan nie baie penalties afstaan teen Nieu-Seeland nie, want anders gaan ons sukkel teen hulle. So ek dink dis iets waar ons gepraat het in die week. Dit is genoem, maar die ouens is ook al speel al lank genoeg die game om te weet hoe belangrik dit is en ek dink dis iets waar ons definitief wil verbeter die naweek.
Dankie, Faf. Dankie, Percy. And we'll finish off with Ashfaq Mohammed.
Ja, kan Faf net vir my beantwoord die vraag oor wat julle wys geword het die eerste toets in die All Blacks in die wêreldbeker toernooi? Is daar enige lesse daai?
Okay.
Ja, ons Ek dink ons die laaste 4 keer wat ons nou teen Nieu-Seeland gespeel het, was dit al 4 keer was dit naby wedstryde, was close games geweest. So ek dink ons het min of meer 'n idee hoe hulle wil speel en waar hulle ons swakpunte probeer uitbuit. Ek dink die enigste ding wat ons geleer het uit daai wedstryd uit, hulle het op ons geskop, 2 skoppe wat ons nie gehandle het uit die lug uit nie. Hulle het turnover attack gekry en hulle het geskor van dit af. So ons weet hoe vital dit gaan wees om daai losballe dood te maak en nie foute te maak of hulle turnover attack te gee nie, want dit is waar balle flourish. So ons moet seker maak dat ons mooi na die bal kyk en as ons die bal skop, moet ons seker maak dat ons daarin wen of die scraps wen op die grond.
Baie dankie.
Plezier.
Thank you, Percy. Right, Ashfaq Mohammed, you have the last question.
Okay, thank you, Ray. Hi, Lucanio and Faf. Sorry if you were asked this before, but Lucanio, just in terms of the defense is obviously one of the main pillars of the Springbok game plan and performance, and we know about the missed tackles and all of that. What do you put that down to, and do you need to adjust anything for the test of the All Blacks? They obviously attack in a different way as well and play with good width. And then to Faf, your tap kick penalty last week really worked out well, and it ended up in a try to Lucanio. And some people are saying that's a Lions Faf de Klerk that we know and love from the past. Can we expect a bit more of that on Saturday? Thanks.
Right. Yeah, I think our defense over the past years has become one of our strengths, and I think last week we lacked, a bit of energy in that, and I don't think defensively we need to change anything. I think all the tries that they came from was individual errors. It was nothing, about the system. So facing, I think New Zealand, as Faf mentioned, they struggle a lot of from turnovers. Unstructured D. So I think from us, we'll just have to be sharp, whenever we turn over a ball or we knock on a ball, to try to kill it and try to get our D, organized.
Yeah.
Sorry about the tap kick, Faf. It ended up in Lucanio time. So, yeah, the fans saying that's a Lions Faf that we love from the past. Can we see more of that on Saturday?
I would love to show it. No, it's I think that was obviously an opportunity that I saw, and I have license to. We all as players have license to play if we see opportunity. But I think we sort of fell into that trap a bit this weekend of the past weekend of maybe overplaying a bit too much. We got a few attacking runs that really turned out well, but we might have maybe put our forwards a bit under strain. So yeah, I think if the opportunity is there, I'll definitely have a go and try and take it if it's there. Yeah.
Thank you, Faf. Thank you, Lucanio. Thank you, ladies and gents, where you are. This then conclude the second portion of our team announcement press conference here from the Springbok base in Townsville in Queensland. Just a reminder that Faf's comments are embargoed for Wednesday and Lucanio's for Thursday. Obviously, the team announcement quotes from both Jacques and then Dwayne, those are available for immediate usage. Right, thank you very much, and speak to you then on Friday during the eve of match captain's press conference. Thanks and bye-bye.
Thanks, Rayon.